Maybe you don't know it yet, but the universe has chosen you for a mission greater than you think. After years of spiritual study, learning from various teachers, I have learned that there are certain patterns and signs that indicate that you are the chosen one. In this video, I will not only tell you the signs that indicate that you are chosen, but also who can be and who cannot, how to recognize your destiny, what the possible dangers are, and how to avoid them. Let's start with the signs. Take note to see how many you identify with. 1. You are authentic. Since you were little, you have always been characterized by being authentic. You don't like pretending to be something you're not. Throughout your life, you have seen how people pretend to be accepted into the popular group at school, with coworkers, or to impress that special guy or girl. But with you, that simply cannot be. The moment you start pretending and moving away from your true essence, you feel uncomfortable. You feel like you're failing yourself, and that's not the right path. But of course, your authenticity comes with a consequence, which is the second sign that you are chosen. 2. You are the black sheep. When you live from your true essence, you not only realize that you are different from others, but you also begin to question the nature of things. You realize that something doesn't smell right. There's something that doesn't fit into reality. Then others see you as a wayward madman who doesn't know what he wants in life, who doesn't know what he's talking about, or who just speaks nonsense. You feel like no one understands you and that no one sees the world as you see it. You feel like you want to take a different path. They call you crazy, exaggerated, ignorant, to the point that many times they even marginalize you within your own family just because your view of reality is different from the predominant beliefs within your family and society in general. Which brings us to the third sign. 3. You want to change the status quo. You have realized that this world could be different, that current beliefs are no longer efficient for our advancement as humanity. You have in mind better processes and systems to improve things. You can't take it anymore, and you start to feel the need to generate a change. You feel like you have to do it. But one of the greatest enemies of the chosen ones arises, the feeling of inadequacy before a great purpose. You start to have an internal battle because you know you must answer the call, but at the same time, you don't feel worthy of your purpose. Is it necessary to do it? Who am I to tell others what is best? There are already successful people doing it. You must be careful because one of the dangers of being chosen is recognizing your calling and not responding to it. This can turn into hell. The longer you spend without directing your life towards what you are most passionate about and know you must do, the worse you will feel. The internal pain will only grow, and even though you have moments of joy, your life will become unhappy. However, when you start taking the first steps, even if you don't know how to walk the full path, the following emerges. 4. You feel like someone or something is guiding you. For some strange reason, you feel that despite doubts and fears, there is a kind of higher force guiding and supporting you. Call it whatever you want, whether it's God, universe, spiritual guides. What matters is that you know it's there, welcoming you, taking you by the hand, saying, even if you don't understand why, trust me, it's this way. Learn to surrender to that higher guidance, as it has a broader vision than yours, sees things you cannot see. This doesn't mean doing nothing. It means taking action, following the signs, synchronicities, and serendipities that arise in your day-to-day life. It's a process of co-creation. Now the next sign undoubtedly appears in your life when you are chosen. 5. Others seek to attack you. When you are authentic and respond to the call of your purpose, there will always be people willing to extinguish your light, willing to throw garbage at you. This happens for 2 reasons. The first is that when most people see someone living according to their purpose, they feel mediocre. You are a mirror that shows them their mediocrity and their lack of faith in themselves. They are bothered to see that someone dared to jump and they did not. So they seek to attack you. This is normal. It speaks more about them than about you. Therefore, don't take it personally, because in reality, these are people who suffer, and the last thing they need is for you to treat them badly in return. Just ignore them and wish them light in their lives. The second reason is that by living according to your calling, you are altering their status quo. You are here to change things, and that's why they feel threatened. And that's another sign that sets you apart from the majority. 6. You don't want a classic life. When you are chosen, from a young age, you realize that life can be more than studying, working, getting into debt, and dying. You see the life that most people have, and something inside you tells you that that's not for you, that it's not possible for life to only be about that. You want something different, to think outside the box, to expand your vision of life instead of sticking with what is socially established. Your family and friends tell you that you're crazy, and here you must be careful because sometimes we let ourselves be influenced by others and feel tempted to set aside our true desires. You must continue forward and maintain your authenticity despite external criticism. Remember, it's not personal, so don't get angry with them. Simply, they cannot see what you can see. As you can see, it's not an easy path for chosen ones like you, and that's why the next sign will always present itself at some point. 7. You have faced unique challenges. The souls of the chosen ones always incarnate with the decision to live experiences that test you. This is of vital importance because it makes no sense to come to this world totally prepared to fulfill your mission, because you won't be able to develop the consciousness that will give you the understanding, discernment, and maturity necessary to carry out your mission. That's why great tests are necessary. I know that there are times when you feel that God has abandoned you, moments when you have suffered a lot because of an illness you suffer from, because of the early loss of a loved one, because of economic or family difficulties. Believe me, I understand. Here is an old sea wolf telling you that it's important to remember that all of that is a necessary test for your progress and self-realization. Maybe many don't understand you, think you're exaggerated, or have abandoned you, but don't give up. Although it sounds like a cliche, there will always be peace after the storm. You have to trust the next sign. 8. You have a deep intuition. You are a person capable of recognizing that little internal voice that always gives you some idea, a hunch, or protects you from people who are not right for you. You fully trust that voice. Then in the physical world, you confirm that it has not been wrong. It's important that you continue to listen to it and avoid ignoring it, because when we ignore it, we end up going through bad times that we could have avoided if we had listened to it. Many times your guides seek to speak to you through your intuition. And in order to hear that guidance clearly, it's important to spend time in silence and calm your mind. So remember that you must take moments of silence to reconnect with your inner self and open yourself to new possibilities. When you open yourself to inspiration, you can achieve your goals and you realize the final sign. 9. You know you can give more. You observe how most people settle for what little they have achieved. And that seems lamentable to you. It provokes you. It simply isn't for you. You need to go further, give the extra mile, do one more repetition. Once you have achieved that long-awaited goal, the desire to achieve more arises again, and you cannot deprive yourself of it, because if you stay where you are, you know you will feel like you're dead inside. You are one of the few who will always desire more from life and squeeze out all the juice possible. But wait. The bonus I'm going to give you is the key to everything. It's the greatest danger of all, and one you must avoid to succeed in your mission. The greatest danger is that you believe yourself to be superior or more important than others because you are chosen. The truth, which you never expected to hear and they won't tell you, is that in reality, we are all chosen. Each person on this planet has a mission and a purpose to fulfill. They have an important role in the functioning of our current reality. If they were not chosen, they would have no reason to be born. Creation does not make mistakes. If a person is born, it is because they are necessary. Thinking that life has chosen you above others sounds incredible. It's delicious for the ego. But remember that part of spiritual growth is realizing that you must manage your ego and prevent it from taking over. This is the greatest lesson of all. You are not superior to anyone nor inferior to anyone. Everyone fulfills a role, some small and others big, but we are all necessary pieces of the puzzle to make it complete. Sometimes it may seem that these people do not contribute anything to society, but believe me, for some reason that you and I do not know, creation has allowed them to be born. You do not know the path of others, so you must develop compassion and empathy. Even if you don't understand the lives of others, remember that they have their own path and a mission to fulfill. And to have a greater understanding of your relationship with people and reality, it is important to master the wisdom found in one of the most enigmatic books in history. That's why in this video, I'm going to show you the wisdom found in this book and how to apply it in your life.